My cabbages! Hey guys, NCS Fan 001 here, welcoming you to another one of those trophy achievement list analysis videos. Today's game, if you could not tell by the intro, is The Legend of Korra, the video game. The game is releasing on October 21st for PS3, PS4, and I believe Windows, and it releases for Xbox 360 and Xbox One the day after. So, PlayStation gets it first, and it's supposed to be a downloadable game for like $15, which is a pretty good deal. So, the game is going to be based around the Legend of Korra TV series, which is a sequel to Avatar The Last Airbender, sequel series to Avatar The Last Airbender, and personally one of my favorite series ever to be on Nickelodeon, if not just favorite series ever, because it is such a good show. I highly recommend watching it if you have not already. So, it's finally getting a game for it. The game's supposed to take place between the second and third seasons of the TV show, the second and third books, and it's going to deal with Korra basically having her bending abilities lost and having to regain them over the course of the game. The game features 31 total trophies, with 4 of them being golds, 14 silvers, which is not bad at all, and 12 bronzes, and the platinum trophy as well. So, quite a few silvers in this game, which is pretty good. As for the difficulty itself, the game is being published by Platinum Games and Activision. I think that Platinum Games is the developer, Activision was publisher. But anyway, that, according to my trophy hunting friends on Facebook, means that the game's trophies are going to be tougher. Even though I'll admit the list doesn't look completely brutal, but they claim that that means that since they were the ones that made the game, that it's going to be fairly tough. So, without further ado, let's start looking at the list. Video Game Bender is the Platinum Trophy. That's actually a pretty cool name. So the first 8 or 9 trophies are going to be bronzes, and they are Down and Out, complete Chapter 1, Escape from the City, complete Chapter 2, The Power of Water, complete Chapter 3, so I would assume that's when we get our water bending back, probably. To the South, complete Chapter 4, Nowhere Else to Go, complete Chapter 5, Sure, Come On In, complete Chapter 6, That Escalated Quickly, complete Chapter 7, and The Aftermath, completed Chapter 8. So those are all going to be the story-based trophies, nothing too difficult there. I'm hoping they're all going to be like really long chapters though, because that's really not a whole lot to do in the game. Next trophy is a gold, and it's called Extreme Avatar, completed the game on extreme difficulty. I have a feeling that's going to be like the main platinum breaker for this game, is if the game is really challenging on extreme. Okay, now we get to the other miscellaneous trophies and such, or a large group of them. More than hot leaf juice. Bought your first item at the shop, and it's got the picture of Iroh drinking tea. That's actually really funny. That's a bronze trophy. And that reminds me back of the Avatar The Last Airbender game, so it sounds like this game's going to have stores. I don't know if it's going to be open world or not, but the Avatar The Last Airbender games, the first one was okay. It was actually pretty complicated. It had a lot of stuff in it. The second one sucked. I sold it back after playing it for about an hour. And the third one I have yet to beat just because I'm lazy, but it was on the Wii. So, yeah. Ready for battle. Equipped your first item on the Korra's room. So, maybe that's the hub world or something. I don't know, but if it's not, it's really bad grammar. Zuli, do the thing. Used your first equipped item. That seems pretty self-explanatory. Those are all bronzes. Ooh, shiny! Entered the collection screen for the first time after finding a treasure. So that means there are going to be collectibles in the game. Treasures. Which there were in like all the other Avatar games anyway. Okay, now we have a pair of silver trophies. Combo Master. Obtained all combos. That probably isn't going to be too difficult because there's probably just a list of them, so that doesn't sound too bad. Full Baked Avatar, maxed out all bending types. That's probably just more of a grind than anything, because that doesn't really sound difficult. The next two are both golds, but they don't appear to be all that difficult of golds. Talisman Collector, purchased 12 talismans, and Bizbender collected every treasure item. So those just sound like collectibles and probably grinding for some money to do them, but neither one really sounds like all that difficult. So I guess that's a good thing. Now we're into a group of silver trophies. Be the Leaf. Dodged 100 times. That seems actually quite self-explanatory. Right back at you. Countered 100 times. Kung Fu Master went into Clash mode 10 times. That's probably like a duel style fight or something. Bye-bye performed 100 finishing moves. Now, with those large numbers, that makes me assume that they're either going to carry over between playthroughs or that there's a chapter select feature at least. Just because some of those are actually like a lot of stuff. As is the next one, Go in Peace. Spirit bended 200 dark spirits. You see what I mean? That those seem like they have like a lot of stuff you have to do. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a lot of enemies in the game. But I bet that means there's going to be some kind of chapter select or similar style feature in this game, which would be a very good thing. Not a booster rocket. Went into the avatar state 10 times. That also doesn't really sound difficult. I mean, I would think that that's probably just something like whenever you've gotten up enough combos or something, you'll be able to go into the avatar state. That's how a lot of games do with like a super mode or something. Good Girl completed a Naga running sequence without hitting anything. Naga is her polar bear dog, and I would assume that that's going to be something in the story, even though I remember reading that there's going to be like an infinite Naga running sequence mode or something. But if that's infinite, then it would have to be in the main game or something, which that's probably not going to be awful. Now we get onto a couple of pro bending trophies. Got 10 knockouts in pro bending matches. It's just called Knockout. Now, I'm curious to see how accurately they reflect the rules from the TV series in pro bending. I'm also curious to actually know what all the rules are, because they only really did pro bending in Season 1, and I'm not sure I ever really understood all the rules. So I assume they'll tell us how it's played, but a knockout, as best I could tell, was when you take out all 3 people on the other team in the same period of time. So that seems actually pretty cool, though. That's going to be a lot of fun doing some pro bending. I wouldn't be surprised if it has some kind of online PSN or Xbox Live component to it. That would actually be really fun. Face-Off won a face-off in a pro bending match. If I remember correctly, that's when you basically do just a very small battlefield against one opponent of the same element from the other team. So that'll probably be a lot of fun. And the other one, this one also sounds like it could be a pretty difficult trophy. It's a gold, and it's the Fire Ferret Strike Again. Completed the highest difficulty of pro bending. I assume that means you have to like complete an entire like pro bending tournament, be the winners of the tournament on the highest difficulty. So kind of like beating the game on extreme. That's probably going to be like one of the toughest trophies in the game. So that could be the Platinum Breaker, or the game could just end up being easier than we all expect, and we could all not have too many problems with it. And now we're on to the last 3 trophies. All 3 are silver. Jill of all trades. Completed all tutorials. I don't know why that would be a silver, because that doesn't seem like it would be difficult. And the one that I referenced before, My Cabbages! Collected 10 cabbages. I am so glad they put that in the game, because that is a freaking classic in the Avatar TV series. If you guys didn't see the Avatar series, it was basically this guy that about 3 or 4 different places in the TV series, he was there selling cabbages, and Team Avatar would always destroy his cabbage cart. Oh god, that was a really funny recurring joke. And even in like one of the last episodes of Season 3, when they go to the play, it's like, the knowledge collected came from this, and a very surprisingly knowledgeable merchant of cabbage. And he like goes on to found Cabbage Corp, and they make a reference to it in Korra Season 1 when the boss is like, My Cabbage Corp! I am so glad that they put that in. And the final trophy is another really easy one. Hop, hop, hoppity, jumped 100 times. So overall, a lot of the trophies actually look like they're going to be pretty easy, and there's a lot of silver trophies in this game. I mean, half the trophies are silver, and there's still a fair number of golds as well. There aren't too many bronzes. And a lot of the trophies look pretty easy or simple, as in they just relate to fighting and stuff. And some of those, even near the end, are really simple as well. So it looks like many of the trophies are going to be quite easy. Like I said, I think the Platinum Breakers, considering that everyone has told me that Platinum Games, as the developer or whoever, tend to make pretty tough games with pretty tough trophy lists, my assumption then will be that the 2 gold trophies for beating the game on the highest difficulty and completing the highest level of pro bending are probably going to be the Platinum Breakers for this game. Or they could end up making it not so difficult. So let's just say that the extreme difficulty of the campaign and the highest difficulty of pro bending is on par with, say, the difficulty of Call of Duty Ghosts on Veteran. If so, then I would put the trophy list at probably about a 4 out of 10 on difficulty. But for all we know, it could be the difficulty of like Call of Duty World at War or similar games, and it might be like an 8 out of 10 just because of those couple of trophies. But either way, I love the TV series. I'm so sad to see that it's in its final season, so I hope it's a great final season. I love the TV series, though, and the game looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. It releases on October 21st and 22nd. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are going to pick up the game. I will probably be buying it on release day and playing it and making video of it or two. So, I will see you guys next time.